Hey guys, it's Tina. I just wanted to say hi. And after I'm preparing for one of the biggest little events that's happened in my music career, and I'm just really hoping and praying for the best. And with all of that, I've gotten a little reflective, and I wanted to share just my heart and hopefully inspire you to really go all out for what you believe in, for what you want, for what you are dreaming, for what you are destined for. And I remember when I first started out, I had this cheap Casio keyboard, and I didn't know any better. I still don't have that much. I'm not proud to say, but I don't have that much knowledge. I mean, I know the good keyboards cost several $1,000s, and but in any case, what I had in my means to do was, a $300 keyboard, and so I got that thing, and I was gigging, and I got made fun of a little bit, and snide remarks, but I did not care. It sounded great to me. I was proud of it. I bought it with my own money. I pretty much, I felt really proud for that investment that I made in me to get my dreams going. So after that got stolen, I wasn't in the best place financially, and I went to the pawn shop. I went to the pawn shop and got me a cheap, really small MIDI board. It was well below $100, and I got that thing so I could start up again. And I got an old MacBook. I still use it right now. I got an old MacBook and plugged that joint in, and got some sounds. And I know people probably didn't take me seriously. They're like, what is this chick doing with that little toy keyboard up on stage? And sometimes it felt like a little toy playing. I promise you, it felt like a toy. But I was able to graduate a little bit. I still use a MIDI board, and it's not expensive at all. Definitely well under $200. But I use it, and it looks pretty. It looks nice. It definitely isn't what I wish for, but until that time comes, I definitely make do with what I have and what I can afford. I could not justify myself spending thousands of dollars on equipment then, and I still cannot justify spending thousands of dollars on gear today. Bills, children, I can't do that. So even if I could, I probably wouldn't, because I'm like, well, these thousands of dollars could go towards X, Y, and Z. Not that music is not a priority. I'm pretty sure all of you know that music is a priority, but family is definitely the first priority. So anyway, I was tired of being broke. I was tired of living paycheck to paycheck, and I prayed to God one night in my desperation, and I was like, God, please, what do I do to get out of this rut? I'm tired of being unhappy and stressed and not walking in my purpose, not walking towards my destiny. Please help me. And he said, he's saying this to you, use what is in your hands to use. And that was so profound to me. And I went in my head and I said, what is in my hands to use? What can I do right now to affect change in my life? I didn't have a lot of money. I was working full time. I still am working full time. And I have mouths to feed. So, you know what? I mentioned this. I have a MacBook. I bought an old MacBook. I bought an $80 mic. I borrowed a guitar from a friend when I just started playing the guitar like 3 years ago, and I was like, to a friend, I was like, man, I really want to play the guitar. Can I borrow your guitar? And my beloved and generous friend said, yeah, you can borrow it. Well, to this day, I haven't given back, and I still use that guitar for gigs, and it's my favorite guitar. So thank you, if you're watching. Thanks, Manny. So I use that, and well, anyway, so what was in my means, what was in my hands to use is what I used, with no shame, with no resentment, with no hesitation. I was ready. I was desperate to, get out of this funk I was in, because ultimately I want better for my children. So I stopped making excuses, and I just went out there. I started putting myself out there. I made myself vulnerable, and I exposed my heart. I exposed my talent. I exposed my feelings, because as an artist, your inspiration comes from, from a deep place inside. Most of us can't say that for every artist out there. But, so, I mean, it's a little intimidating to bare your soul in front of strangers. But you know what I tell my best friend sometimes? Don't tell her I said this. I tell her, get over yourself. If you're scared, I don't want to hear your excuses. Oh, but I'm scared, and I'm shy, and I don't talk well, and I'm not educated, and not that my best friend says that, but those are more my excuses, because when I get nervous, I stutter. I don't know if you know that, but some people notice, like, what the heck is she doing? Like, it looks like I'm on drugs or something because I'm stuttering. It's pretty crazy. But, yeah, I stutter. I am super shy, very intimidated easily, very awkward. I can be very socially awkward. But you don't know that because, I put myself out there. I got over myself because I really want this. If you really want this bad, then your actions need to reflect that. And if you are looking at yourself and your life and your actions are not reflecting that, then you need to change something. You need to start doing more. But anyways, so yeah, I used what I had. I still am using what I have. Still don't have thousands of dollars worth of gear. But I'm definitely going, and I'm in hot pursuit of my destiny, of my dreams. Once I let go of the fear, the anxiety, the intimidation, the low self-esteem, not feeling like I'm worth it, once I let go of all of that, I was able to let God. And now I'm at the point where I'm watching it grow. You let go, you let God, and you let grow. So, definitely encourage you to go for it. Go after it. Just do it. Do not wait on anybody. When I started out, I didn't have, when I first started out, I had one supporter, and it was really cool. I left the game for a while based on some personal decisions that I made. I was out the game for a couple years. All of the support that I had built had dissipated, and I understand that because I left. So when I came back and was like, hey, you know what, I'm gonna take myself serious this time. I'm tired of being depressed because I'm not rocking in my purpose. When I came back, there was nobody. But that did not stop me. I didn't care if no one believed in me at the time. I was going to do it. I was going to go after it. Didn't matter what kind of, sometimes I didn't have a keyboard. I had to play whatever they had there, and sometimes it sucked. But I was like, you know what, I'm going to go, I'm going to do it, and I'm not going to wait for anybody. So please, do not wait for anybody. Do not wait for thousands of dollars. Do not wait for investors. You go get your feet wet. You learn from your mistakes. And eventually you'll start getting wiser about how to be successful. You may not know it all right now. There's not a manual telling you how to succeed at your life. But, the Bible says, cast your bread upon many waters and it will come back to you. The most successful people, I'm about to sound cliche, but the most successful people have the most failures. So please, don't be afraid to fail. Embrace failures, learn from them, and use them as stepping stones. That's what I do. I went to LA last year and I tried out for The Voice and I was horrible. I was bad and I chose the wrong song. I chose the wrong place in the song. I was nervous and there were a bunch of people in that room better than me. But I came back from LA not defeated. I came back more resolved to do this thing and to do me. I came back resolved to do me, to be the unique person that God made me to be. So don't try to be like anybody else. Unfortunately, most of us will never be Layla Hathaway and have two vocal strains where she can sing harmonies all by herself. Unfortunately, that's not going to happen for most of us. But what you do have is unique and you own it. No one can do it like you do it. So that's my 10 cents. That's my 11 minutes worth of sense. Stay encouraged. Go out there. Expose yourself. Be vulnerable. Be transparent. And just do it. I love you guys. November 2nd, catch me at the Crescent Ballroom as I headline a stellar show. I booked some of the best talent, so don't worry about that. You're going to have a good time. And then November 9th, I'm at Joe's Grotto for a benefit concert that I have put together for Sounds Academy. So it's a good cause. You come out, Joe's Grotto, November 9th. November 2nd, I'm at Crescent Ballroom. So see you, come say hi, and take pictures with me. Let's get some going. So